Would you kill baby Hitler?
I love this question. Let's talk about it. So in a Christian ethical framework, we have divine commands that we feel are obligatory. And one of those divine commands is not unaliving the innocent. Innocent here being that they have not done anything such that it deserves the taking of their life. So the answer with that in mind would be no, you shouldn't take the life of baby Hitler. But this gets at one of the problems of divine command theory as a result of it being under the umbrella ethical category of deontology. Deontology is a very rules, obligation, and law-based ethical system. Deontology is usually set against consequentialism because deontology doesn't have a concern about the consequences of its actions. A quick example of this would be if a parent runs into a burning building and sees 3 children, one of them is theirs, the other 2 are not. In deontology, you would be justified in saving your child, even if it meant the other 2 would die, because your obligation, your duty, is to your child and not them. Now, some people are going to argue that there are exceptions to these obligations or duties, but regardless, there is a underemphasis of the consequences of actions. So the divine command theorist here is going to say, it doesn't matter how many lives he takes in the future if I don't stop him. It is my obligation to follow God's commands, and as such, I will not take the life of baby Hitler. But I think it's a fair point to bring up to ask, doesn't the consequences of not taking the life of baby Hitler justify us taking baby Hitler's life? If we don't stop him now, he's going to do horrendous things in the future. How could we allow something like that? Now, I did say that sounds like a valid and fair question, and I think to an extent it is. But another problem is punishing people in the present or past for future actions. And you can imagine all the chaotic ideas that ethical idea would cause. Do you get to divorce your spouse now for them cheating on you 15 years into the future? Do we get to enact the death penalty on someone who hasn't committed unaliving because they are going to unalive someone 5 years from now? And not only is this ethical thinking unbiblical, I also think that's very dangerous territory to play with, which in turn becomes one of the problems with consequentialism. You can't predict the future, and in theory, every action that you take is going to have negatives and positives as you go throughout time, such that it would be impossible, or at least should be impossible, to determine what ethical actions to take as a result of potential consequences. So that was my fun ethical rant. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and make sure you follow me for more content like this.